and welcome to our craft along. My name's Barbara Gray from Clarity here in the UK, and we're all set to have a lovely session using some beautiful stamps, a lovely die, and some very nice papers too. So come on in. I hope that you've managed to recover from the TV and the football. If you were watching that, I think it's over. Yay, come on in. And Grace is in the building with us. Actually, she's in the kitchen and I'm above the garage. So it's a family thing. And yeah, and Gracie, if you could just let me know that the sound is good, that would be fabulous. And then we'll let a few friends join us because, of course, they've been watching the football, I'm sure. Yeah, I know. I just kept my eye on the score. And a draw is better than nothing, isn't it? Eh? Although I'm assuming that it's a draw. The Danish didn't score a goal in the last secundo, did they? No. Give us a clue. Let me know that it's 1-1. That would be great. My mum loves watching football. She's in her element at the moment. And we're having a little sweepstake at work. And I've got, who am I following? Netherlands. So there you go. And Dave's Portugal. Woohoo! I wonder who's got Germany. So come on in. Let's get a few friends. Let's wait for our friends to join us, and then we'll get started. 1-1. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, that was what it was when I came up here. Yeah, well, it's okay. Let them warm up. Let them warm up. Eh? Can't be easy. Think of the pressure. Think of the pressure, Shackers, on those boys. And I know they're well paid and all that, but you know, I don't know. I wouldn't like it. Would you, if you think about it? They're heroes when they win, and they're damned if they don't, aren't they? Tennis is on, is it? I didn't know that either. I've been so busy up here in the garage in this little sweatshop all day getting ready for TV because we've got a bumper TV. It's Christmas at Create and Craft this weekend. And we've got 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock on Saturday. And then we're launching fabulous. I've got some sneak peeks to show you as well this evening. We're launching the second in our Felt by Clarity series. That'll be lovely. It's really nice. And there's a superb die involved there as well, another die. So I'll show you that later. And other than that, we're going to have a little craft along using the third of our abstract layouts or easy layouts. Do you remember? It's been a while actually, but I thought we could have a little look. I forgot to print out the ingredients list. It's on the website. Sorry, it's been a long day. And the sun was shining. The sun was shining in the garden, which is very nice. Perhaps it will shine a little bit longer. So let's have a look. This is what we're going to be using today. And you may remember, are you all set to go? This is the lovely set that we used, and it was the Just Butterflies and Bees collection this time with this rather lovely aperture die. So I thought we'd do something. I've got two demos, 2 projects that I want to do with you. One's just a really simple wake up and warm up demo. And then I thought we'd have a look at a sneak peek at what's coming on the telly, and then we'll roll our sleeves up. And I've got a really good, full of tricks and tips and ideas demo that we'll do after that. Okay, so this is what we're going to use anyway, is the Just Butterflies and Bees. We've got this die, and then we've got these lovely stamps. Now on the telly, I focused primarily on the butterfly stamps. So I thought we'd zoom down to the bees. And especially because Grace is in town and she's a Beyonce girl. And we both went to Manchester. We went to university in Manchester. So we're definitely the B team, aren't we? At my wedding, or at our wedding, Dave's and our wedding, the top table was B's as well. It's our anniversary on Monday. 6 years. Can you believe? 6 years since we got married. How time flies. Hey, how time flies. Yeah, so we've got that. Then we've got the infusion papers, which are really rather lovely. And you can see that really lovely light infusion of the dye in there. We've got 4 different designs. Really nice. Really nice. You don't have to use them for that. They're just beautiful background collage papers. But there you go. I don't know if we're going to use those today, but we're definitely going to be using the dye and a few other little tricks and tips. Okay, so that's the product. And I thought I'd show you a few while our friends are coming to join us. Apologies for the blurriness. It's an internet issue. Oh no, not again. Dave just told me we were hardwired in. It shouldn't be happening. I wonder, is it something that I'm doing wrong? I don't think so. Let me just check something. No, I'm all set. I'm in the right. I've got the right settings. I do apologize. So not much we can do. I'm checking with Dave. Okay, so Grace is on it. I do apologize. I wonder what this is going on. We've had this issue in the house, but we'd had this conversation before we went live, and we'd kind of said that it was going to be okay because we're hardwired in. But clearly there is something going on here, isn't there? What a shame. Well, maybe it will warm up a bit. It began perfectly and now it's... Right, YouTube is the same, so I don't think it's you. It started off well. Okay. What do we do? What do we do, guys? Do we just carry on? Okay, well, let's have a look at some of the artwork, and we'll look at some of the samples and hope that it adjusts itself a little bit. So here is a nice piece of artwork. It just throws you, you know, when you've just spent hours preparing a lovely workshop for 100+ people, and then the internet lets you down. I had a feeling I should have gone to the office. Maybe next time I'll just bite the bullet and go and work there. Sorry about that. I've got a blurry picture too. Okay, so let's see what we've got art-wise. There's not much I can do about it from this angle. So this is Tina Morris's lovely work. Let's just look at some of the artwork, shall we? There's an Andy Duggan. Nice. You're just using those papers in the background. We've got a Linda Spencer using the papers with the butterflies. Also very lovely. This is a nice one. Now, this is not dissimilar to what I'm going to be doing with you. And what this is, if you actually look up close, let's see if we get in close on this. If we get in close, you can see that the pieces are actually mounted on the black card. So this is there. You can see that now. Something that we're going to look into when we get going. So these bits here are stuck onto a piece of black card. So let's see. And then this one, this is really pretty. Who did this? Deborah Wheeler. Very nice. She's used the dies. We've got nested dies, haven't we? These are the hexagon dies. That's rather lovely. There's another one from Deborah Wheeler using the embedders. We're going to have a go with those as well. I think that's rather lovely. And then we've got a D. Paramore special. This is nice. Long card. It's interesting when you look at the actual stamps, you can see there are so many. See the stamps here? You can see how they've been used to create movement with the little bees. Very nice indeed. This is a Sheila Metzeler stamp. Now this is using those larger stamps, the wee bees, different set. And this is another one by D. Paramore. I like that one. Now, where does it even say that? You're the bee's knees. Isn't that nice? There you go. And then we've got one here again by D. I like this. It's one of her tricks with the torn paper. Looks nice, doesn't it? So that's a lovely one, using the die on a piece of craft card and then aging it. Doesn't it look good? And then we've gone glossy, Linda Spencer. She's gone gold embossed, gold bees, very nice as well. And then we've got one by Debbie McMullen. This is lovely. She's used a mount board, the aperture. That's lovely too. Glossy accents here and there to make the honey glossy. See? Isn't that nice? Okay, is it getting better yet? I wonder what it is. Dave's been working on this all week. Right, and then that one, finally, Deborah Wheeler, nice, using the nested hexagons. I like that too. So today we're gonna just hang out together. Hopefully, I've waffled long enough for the guys indoors to correct the problem. Is it better now? Tell me. Yes, Grace says it's better now. So I wonder what that is. Even first thing this morning, when I went to write the blog, the computer, which is not hardwired in on indoors, didn't work either. So yeah, well, there you go. Technology, eh? All good, all good. It's nice and clear picture now. Lovely. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. There you go. Phew, as Gracie says. So that's good. I hope you saw a little bit of the artwork, but never mind. Let's get started. I'll just readjust my thinking a little bit. Now let's have a look. So the first thing we want to do, I want to just do a very simple card. Remember, so what we're going to use, let's have a look. Let's get our box and see what I'm going to need and what you're going to need if you're crafting along with me. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a 5x5 inch card blank. That's going to be what we mount our work onto. To do that, we're going to use our glue runner. Now, we've got choices. If you've got the papers, then you can cut a piece of, see, it's nice because you've got the hexagons in there. See, it's very subtle. Or you can use a companion paper. Bit bright for my taste, that one. But on the other side, it's really nice. So you can use one or the other. We're using 3.5 by 3.5 inch card. Okay, the stencil card. So it's 3.5 inches. This is a 4-inch piece and there's a 5x5. So 3.5, 4, 5. Okay, that's the stencil card we're going to use. And then we're going to use, now we've got choices. We're going to use these two stamps. I thought we'd get some inlaying, you know how you colour in. So we'll use those two stamps, and then won't use that quite yet. We're going to use the embedders. Oh yeah, that's right. So we've got choices now. We can use our hexagon embedder. See, like that. Or we can use the square embedder, the smallest one in there. It's up to you entirely. I thought I'd showcase this. We're going to need an ink pad. So I think I'll go with the mustard seed to colour in. I think that'll do. And I'll use a spot-on sponge to get the colour on. That'll be nice. And then I need to colour in the little bees. We need a couple of bees. So let's have a look. I think I'm just going to go with a couple. I'll use that one and that one, those two, okay, from the set. And be happy stamp. There you go. So I've already mounted the Be Happy stamp, and I popped a little stamp at the top just to stop it wobbling. I need a black ink pad, black archival, that'll do. There we are. I've got another one here just in case. And then I just need a little bit of a yellow just to add yellow to the bees themselves. Yeah, there you go. I wonder if I've got a better orangier. Let's have a look. Yeah. Pick a yellow or an orange. In the Perga colour, in the Perga liners, there's also a nice, they've got some quite good colours for this stuff. There you go. That'll do, that one. Right, so we're going to use Perga liners or polychromos, colouring pencil. Okay, that'll do for now. That'll do, donkey. Right, so that's what we're going to do. Very simple to get started. 5 by 5, 4, 3.5. Okay, easy. This is a warm-up, friends. Okay, let me just make sure I've got my bits ready. Yes, I have. All right, okay. Right, first we need a piece of card. I'll take a piece of this and then we'll get started. Okay. And breathe. Okay. So you've got a piece of that. I use this all the time. It's just a perfect size for a topper, you know, for the front of a card. And you know, often if you want to go smaller than this, I was going to say, these we make for you, we pre-cut them. But like on the telly on Saturday, I've got some really lovely, I'm showcasing some beautiful, those little, they're Jane Nestorenko, little tiny. And you almost want to go smaller than 3.5 by 3.5. And to be fair, it's a top tip from me. When I go even smaller than that, rather than cut up, you know, rather than chop this up, honestly, you're better off going to 8.5 by 11. You're better off going to the large stencil card and chop. You can get so many small, like 3-inch or 2.5-inch out of an 8.5 by 11. It's far better to do that than chop these up. Yeah. You know, and then you've got a lovely little stack of those ones, especially for those sampler packs. You'll see when I show you, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Right, are we ready to begin? Let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is pop our, we're going to use this one on our stencil card. Now, is it better with this in the background? Because I tend to stamp on this rather than a mat. Are we happy with this? Or are we, do we prefer it black in the background? Give us a clue. I'll have a sip of tea and I'll let you tell me. Is it better with the granite underneath or with black? Should I show you the difference? And then we can carry on. Right, that's what it looks like with my tabletop. Okay, with my worktop. And this is what it looks like if I go to the black. Black's better, isn't it? I've answered my own question here. That's better, isn't it? Pops more. What do you think? Yeah, that's about right. Okay, let's do it then. Right, black ink pad. And we're going to pop that black right there. We're not going to do the embossing yet. Let's just get that going. Quite enough warm in here. The granite is fine, but black is better. That's what I think too. That's what I think too. Right, black archival. So who's crafting along with me? We got any friends crafting along? We're going to kind of keep it in the center. Don't overthink it. Just get it somewhere in the middle. That'll do. There we are. Okay. Voila. Not so hard. Quite enough hot. I'm going to open the window, friends. Come on, hopefully. That'll do. get a bit of breeze in here. That's the thing when you work under the roof, isn't it? Right, so now I'm going to use this one, and it sits. You see how it sits right over the top like that? So this is quite nice. And what we'll do is we'll put a bit of mustard seed. Right, I'm using an oxide, look, oxide. Okay, I'm trying to finish my dinner first. I'm crafting but doing secret stuff. Okay, well, I'm just going to do this job. And then you can always tune back in at a later date to do it, can't you? So what you'll see is if I said I'm a bit blotchy, I'm trying to get it a bit patchy. So it's not a complete, do you see? So it's not completely covered. See what happens if we do this. If we don't like it, we can always go again, can't we? So we're going to hover like this. We're not going to wet it. We're going dry. And all you need to do is keep your eye on 2 points of reference like that. And then press. And that should be quite nice. Right. Now let's see. Hopefully it's not too yellow. I want a couple of bits. There, see? That's what we're after. So what you've got is a couple of white bits. See? So easy to do. There, like that. Yeah, it works, doesn't it? And then once we've done that, we'll take our bees and our words. So the words, let's pop the words in because that's going to be important. So I'm going to pop my be happy right there. Black. I told you this was an easy one. Right, so we'll do that. And then we'll pop that B, keep it straight, and we're just going to pop that there like that. Nice. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Right, now, let's have a look at this one. We'll pop this little fella. Sometimes, you know, if you're not sure, it's always a good idea. I've got a piece of, where's that old piece of scrap? I've got a piece here, look. So you take a piece of scrap, waste not, want not. Have you got any idea the price of cardstock? I kid you not, it's gone through the roof. Cardstock. It's quadrupled. I don't know what is going on. We've really got a wake-up call. So, you know, straight away, have you noticed the last couple of weeks I've been saying, don't chop these up. Where I used to go, yeah, use a white card, chop it up, do a 5x5. Honestly, the cost of cards, I can work it out, and I think it's a direct link to lockdown and mail order and everybody going online and cardboard boxes and trees, and you know, I can see why. But it's quite something. And you'll notice that I've been saying use 8.5 by 11, chop it down, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you'll see straight away, look, I'm not usually tight at all, but I'm actually going, I'll use it and I'll use it until I'm sick of it. Where I used to throw away a lot, now I'm a little bit more ginger about throwing stuff away, you know. There. So I just want to check that he's okay. And then I'm going to pop him into that little gap there because I think he'll sit nicely in there. Wunderbar. The other thing that I noticed when I was preparing, see, I don't want to get the yellow. I don't want to see the wings. Got to kind of see. I'm trying to get balance with them like that. There, nice. See, but what I noticed was when I was doing my prep for this, there's a sweet spot, yeah. When you're putting the bees down and you're decorating your honeycomb or your beehive, right, or your skep or your landscape, whatever, there's something about those bees. It's lovely when there are 2 or 3. You can even cope with 4 or 5. But when you get carried away and you think, oh, I like these bees, and you start putting them everywhere, all of a sudden you've got a swarm. and your artwork starts to look a little bit menacing, okay? So you need to know with these bees when to stop, because all of a sudden you start wanting to itch, and yeah, you'll see what I mean. So let's have a look here. 2, yeah, 2's still okay. I can cope with 2. Let's pop another one here, right? And then I think, to be fair, 3 is about my lot. Right, there you go. And I've managed to keep the wings out of the bee, so I don't have to do any masking or larking about like that. That is wunderbar, right? All done. As far as a little bit of colour goes in the bees themselves, we'll just take a yellow. Let's come in a bit tighter. Let's have a look a bit closer, shall we? Okay. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves. I can see we've got chocolate going on. We've got drinks. There you go. Let's add a little bit of yellow. So it doesn't always have to be complicated, does it? Put a bit of yellow in there, in the wings, just because we can. And then we'll put a bit of orange in there. Which is this one? B9. Is Ken around? Yeah, there he is. Oh, Ken, you're going to be buying card in the member sale? Yeah. Well thought through. The member sale starts in a couple of weeks' time. Yep. Yeah, so if you're not a club member, well, just saying. Right. Nice, eh? And if you want to, you see, you can always add a bit of shadow. Here we are. With a pencil. You can always go in and add a bit of shadow, get a bit of dimension going. Look. As long as there's just only have to do two sides, something like that. See? Look, interesting. Provided the background's dark, light enough, you can get away with it. See? There you go. There, that looks all right, doesn't it? Nice. Good. So that's almost number 1 done. Put the lid on that. We'll put our little fellas back in the cupboard. Right, now the next thing is the embedder. So let's have a look. Okay, embedder. So what we want to do now is use an embedder. So we've used those. How do we clean our stamps? Water and what are they called? Cloth. Just a cloth. Just use a bit of water. These are easy to clean up. There we go. We'll be using it again later, so we'll just pop it back in the cupboard. There we are. That's fine. Okay, that'll do. Our stamps we make ourselves. You know, they're hand poured in a factory. We've been doing it for 30 years, and I think our stamps are better now than they've ever been. So yeah, the quality is quite something. And I think until you've actually used other stamps, I'm not knocking the competitors, but they're definitely different. Ours are definitely different. So let's have a look. So we've got these hexagon and octagon what they're called, embedders. Right, now here's something interesting. So here's a card by Deborah Wheeler. So we've got a similar kind of thing here. Hers is on a larger piece of card. Obviously, she didn't get the circular that there's a global card shortage. Okay, so she's still on the go large. She's in Canada. She'll be back soon. Come back, Deb, and bring some card with you. Right. So what she's done is she's used a larger piece of card, and then she's taken one of the hexagons, this one, and there it is. Okay, so you can see that sits on there, and it surrounds the whole thing. And she's also said on your birthday here, which is nice. I'm just going to keep it to be happy. So you'll see that what I've done is it's a much smaller piece. Look, a much, much smaller piece of card. Okay. And instead of using that one, I am just suggesting that it doesn't matter with this effect. Okay. If you embed, you get the effect, and it doesn't matter if you're jutting out or protruding. It really doesn't. Okay. So let's do that. But I just wanted to show you a variation on a theme, really. So here, instead of all that expanse of white, which Deb is well known for, you know, white space, looks really classy. It's very nice indeed. So what I've done is I've gone petite, right? So you're using exactly the same things, just a smaller card and the smaller one of these, look. So it's the next one down. There we are. Okay. So let's take this and let's take that and let's see, we need some low tack tape. Okay, let's have a look. Everything all right? Is the quality all right now? I hope so. I hope so. Let's have a look. I'm just looking at some of the comments. I'm seriously considering joining the stamp club as well as Groovy. Oh, you gotta. The stamp club's great. And also, bear in mind, right, from July, what we're going to do is increase, if you're in 2 clubs, so let's say, for example, you're in, like Lynn, you've just said you're in the Groovy club and you want to join, you're going to join the stamp club too. So that means that you'll be in 2 clubs instead of 1. And up until now, what we've always said is if you're in 1 or 2 clubs, you get 10% discount. Okay. If you're in 3 clubs, you get a 15% discount. Now, from July, what we're going to do, and that costs a packet, but never mind. The percentages are going to change now. So if you're in 1 club, you get 10% discount. If you're in 2 clubs, Lynn, listen, you get 12.5% discount. And then if you're in 3 clubs, you get 15%. So if you're considering joining a second club, I suggest, not that it will change the half price sale, because the half price sale is the half price sale, but from July, you're going to get higher, you know, apart from the half price sale, which is 50%, you're going to get 12.5 instead of 10. Okay. There you go. And if you're not in the clubs, we're also introducing a point system, a loyalty point system. And even if you're not in the clubs, you get a penny for every pound you spend, provided that you register. Okay, we'll get to that closer to the point. But if you're in the club, any club, you get double points. So it's another reason to join one of the Clarity clubs. Good reasons to join 1 and good reasons to join 2 or 3. You know, you get a lot of bang for your buck on those clubs. We work hard on them. They're nice. And the beautiful projects, I mean, that's what it's all about, is the inspiration, really. You get beautiful double page, double projects, collectible little pamphlets. They're like educational pamphlets. They're good. It's all good. So what we've done is we've stuck the, this is the smallest of the hexagons, of the nested hexagons. We've stuck that down. And then what I'll do is, just so that you can, I'm going to take a piece of this. I'll turn it over just so that I'm going to turn this. That's the only reason I've done that. And then I'm going to feel, and I know some of you still struggle with finding the edge. Let me just get it going. Right. And I'm just going to press my finger there so I can feel it. And if you can't, I'm going to do it like this. This is how I do it. This is what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, then what you can also do, let me see if I can find something to show you. Like the lid of this, okay? If you want to, you can just butt that up to there and you'll see that it goes in there. If you've got, like Dave makes these lovely, see, they sit as well. So you just go to where you go to where the plastic embedder is, see? and then it stops. Same with this. See? And then you just get in there and you just find the edge. Then once you've done that, see whether you use a lid or something lovely from Dave. Like that. Then you get your tool, get your number 2 tool. And then you're just gonna just slowly, because you're working on the back, and you're just gonna see. And what I'm doing is I'm turning the piece of, because that's the front, isn't it? So I want to make sure that I don't get the front all grubby. Okay. So I'm just going to do this. Right. So I've got my embedder done. So it doesn't affect the card at all, or the paper. Just helps me keep my work clean. Then I'll take that off. There. See, and I've got a lovely effect. It's just neat. It's classy. Then we take that off. And then we'll pop our embedder back in our bag. And then it's time for assembly. See, so we'll take this piece and we'll take our, and we're just going to make a click. Let's turn it round. It's quite a lovely paper. Oh, hello. There we go. So we'll just put a bit of paper down. Right. So which way are we going to open or close this? I think we go this way. That'll do. That's that. Sometimes you just got to keep it simple. Remember, this is just a warm-up. Once we've done that one, which one are we working on? I don't even know which one I just did. Oh, it's the one with the drop shadows. There we go. The drop shadow one. So then we'll just add a bit of tape to that layer, the so-called topper. Decide whether it's going to open that way, I think. And then we'll just pop that into place like so. And then if you want to use glossy accents, I know we've got them in stock. Glossy accents is just in a bottle and it just adds gloss. Do you know what? It adds glossy accents. Now, where have I got mine? Be here somewhere. But it's very clever and it's great on this kind of thing. So there you go. Without further ado, that's how we get to that card. And that, my friends, is card number 1 already done. There we are. Good. So I'll put that one to one side. And then what we'll do is we'll put this one to one side. I want to put it in a bag so I don't lose it. Okay. And then we'll just bear with me a second. I'll just find a bag. And then what we'll do is we'll have a little preview. We'll have a little look at what we're going to be doing on the telly, what I'm going to be showcasing on the telly with Paul over the weekend. Right, but I want to put this to one side because I know in a minute I'm going to wonder where I put it. So I'll just keep putting it to the front. Okay. And then, because otherwise in a minute, I won't have the other stuff that I need for the next demo. So I'll just pop this together like that. And then I'll know where to look for it. Okay, so without further ado, let me show you what's on telly. And then that gives our friends that are crafting along a chance to clear their decks as well. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, the first thing on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Okay, right. Make a little note of these things. I think you're going to love this. Oh, yeah. So the first thing at 1 o'clock is these stamps. Right. Jane Nestorenko. Love that woman. Love that woman. Still do. Miss her immensely, but she lives on in her artwork. So what we've done is we've taken her winter scenes. Look, you'll recognize them. If you're Clarity fans, you will recognize these. These are all little tiny, look, they're like those. If I pan out, you'll see this is an A4 set. So you've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. It's pretty much an advent, isn't it? There we are. So wonderful, wonderful little stamps. Jazz put these all together, but you can see they really are quite lovely. And you've got some really lovely word ones down there. Okay. So that's going to be on television. And just in case you were wondering, voila, we've got it in Groovy as well. So at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, we had to talk about it today. And we decided, because there's a lot on the shows, it's a Christmas launch. Okay. So we packed shows full of really beautiful new things, really lovely new things. So what we're going to do, rather than try and do Stamps and Groovy all on the same show, the 1 o'clock show is the stamp show, and then the 4 o'clock show is Paul and Groovy. So we're going to mix it up in that way. 1 o'clock stamps, 4 o'clock parchment. Okay, but it will all be available. It's all on the same pole. It's all on the same counter. It's just we're going to split the demos up. Okay, so those are the two hours, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Let me show you some artwork. Let me just take that away and let me show you some beautiful artwork. Right, Julie Dunn. You can see here, this is one of the original sets, and then it's been broken down. Do you see? And she's made these lovely, very nicely done. Again, Linda Spencer, you can see here, long, white. She used those three. So you can see the size of these, right? Really, really fab. Linda Spencer again on craft card. Very nice indeed. Let's get in a bit tighter on this. It's lovely. Yeah. Here's a nice one by Debbie McMullin. And you can see here she's used an embedder. I like this one by Linda Spencer. Really like this. She's made masks. Which reminds me, I'm going to attach a craft along to this one. Okay. And the craft along is on the 1st of August. So if you invest in this set, then on Thursday, the 1st of August, we will, just as we are today, we'll be doing a craft along using this set. And I've already done the job, and it is fabulous. You'll enjoy it. Lots of things to learn there. Right, this is a nice one, Debbie McMullin. I love the way she's used the stencil in the background. And this is a masterpiece by Jane Telford. She's used all 9 as little tiles. Very beautiful. These are lovely. Tina Morris, simple, clean, crisp art, always embedding. This is a nice one again by Linda Spencer. This is a real funky one. This is using the bow wallpapers in the background. So you know that's a Sam job, don't you? Really wild. Yeah. This is another one by Julie Dunn, which I like a lot. And she's used a stamp in the middle there, twinkle, twinkle, little star. And then we've got Debbie McMullin using those doodle dies, which are just perfect for this kind of thing. Okay, and then we've got some notelets here by Jane. I really like what she's done. She's put a wrap around that, but look how nice these are. How classy do these look? See these doodle dies, right? I really like white on white like that. Doesn't that look really nice? Just picking out color like that. Yeah, really lovely. So you know, we want to get these out early so that you've got plenty of time to make your cards or your gifts. You know, these are so nice for Advent. Anyway, so that's the stamp side. Wait till you see this artwork. Okay, so let me just show you the artwork for the Groovy plate. Let's take a look at this. So here's your Groovy plate. Right. All right, here we go. Glynis. Look at that white work. I know. Okay, so she's taken 4 of these. You can see where. 1, 2. Where's that one? Spot the. Oh, you can play. Spot there's that one. And the fourth one, that one there is there. Okay. Isn't that spectacular? So that's a Glynis masterpiece. And then we've got a Julie Campbell masterpiece, 1, 2, 3, Season's Greetings. And of course, the words are here too. So it all comes on one plate. Very beautiful artwork. Josie Davidson, another masterpiece. Now, this is interesting. I have to take 2 looks at this. Francis Knott. Now, this is very interesting because this is actually made with, so I thought, where'd you get that from then? Now, check it out. Okay, so this bit here is here. So she's taken the house there and she's put this in. And then rather than put a box around it, she's looked for the trees. Now check out, where are the trees? So she's gone and found the trees, okay? And she's added them. Look, here we are. Tree, 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 tree. And she's just put trees round and added hills. Isn't that crazy? I know. I thought, well, where's she found that then? She spliced them together. So that's a perfect example of how to use these plates to create a larger landscape. Isn't that clever? I know. Right. And then we've got these two, which are 2 of our favourites, the boy and the girl up here, and then Season Greeting from down here. Really nice. This is a masterpiece by Carol Baker. And then this is a Francis Knott masterpiece. There we are, see? So she's done it again. She's taken, but these are in miniature. Look at this. This is exquisite. This little boy is here. Isn't it mouth-watering? This little girl is here. And this little snowman is here. So she's taken those 3 little images and she's made that, I know, absolutely brilliant. Isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. And I think what we're going to have to do is try this one. We'll do this one. So when we do the craft along, we'll have to do 2 sessions, but I think we're going to give this a go. You know, I reckon we could do this, don't you? Yeah, I reckon so too. So that's the 1 o'clock show part. This is only part 1 of it, right? But then, like I said, that'll be on at 1 o'clock and at 4 o'clock, groovy 4 o'clock. Okay, but it will all be available on both hours. Now comes something very clever. If you were at the open days, you will have seen Hazel doing a groovy make and take using these pouches and gift vouchers. So this is what, so I'm saddling the horse at from the other end this time. So here you see what we've got is these. Let me show you, because this is on the telly. This is going to be on the show as well. These are these gift voucher that Jazz is. The idea was from Hazel, and then Jazz ran with it. So you've got, let me take that one away. You've got a gift voucher. You've got happy birthday. Look at the different, all the elements. Think of the elements you've got going on here. You've got Merry Christmas. This is groovy plates at their best. Then you've got all these elements as well. And you've got one that says just for you. And then you've got the 5th one, which is really excellent, which has got so many different fonts, ideas. It's very, very good. But here comes the plot twist. We've got gift card pouches. Now in here, what we've got, I think you get 10 with this, right? So what you get in the groovy collection, you get all 5 of those, right? But now look, watch this. So you get the pouch. That's the pouch. You get the envelope because so that's scored. Dave makes all these. So you've got the pouch. Let me pan out a little bit so you can see it. Right. So you've got 10 of those. You've got 10 envelopes. Okay. Really good quality. Then inside you've got these. You've got these things. Again, Dave makes them. So they're cut out. They come out like that. See, so you put your cards in or your gift cards. So you get 10 of those. And then, as if that weren't enough, you also get 10 toppers. So these, you can put them on the front or on the, so this is for the stamper, for example, or if you want to put the parchment on here, then you could pop that, wrap the parchment around there, and then pop it on the front of the gift box. So these are pretty spectacular. And the reason that we went with this as well, because I kind of really agree with Hazel on this. You know, we live in a real kind of gift voucher society, don't we now? But as crafters, you feel you want to make something. So to be able to make the container, or you know, to be able to tailor the gift wrap for the gift voucher, to personalize it, to make it beautiful, it kind of really, it feels better than just giving a gift voucher. Doesn't feel like a lot of thought. Everybody appreciates a gift voucher, of course we do, but you know what I mean, it adds the thought, it adds our love and our care to the wrap. I like it a lot. So that's the groovy one. And if you, let me just, I don't want to lose where I'm putting everything. I'm just going to pop this over here. Excuse me a minute. Right, put that there. And I want to show you, so I'm going to speed up a bit now. Let me show you those in actual, how they look when they're done. So here, for example, this is one by Hazel. Let's have a look. I think it's worth seeing this. It's okay. I've given myself till 8 o'clock to show you what's going on at the weekend. And then at 8 o'clock, we start with the second project. You cool with that? Yeah, come on. You know you want to see what's going on here. And we're never going to be able to show you this in this kind of detail on telly. So you can see here, just as it comes, and it's on top, and then inside, look, to from, have the best day, and then you could pop your card in there. So that is just as it comes on the plate. Absolutely bang on, right? In fact, let me just come back in here and let me grab these so we can compare what we're looking at. That's a good idea. So now if we go to the happy birthday one, there you go. Exactly as it comes, you can see it's been it's just literally traced out like that. Okay, good. Now let's have a look for the Just For You one. This is a nice one by Glynis. Again, this is exactly as it comes. Okay, this is nice. She's done it this way around. Look, and there's for the gift voucher. Nice as well, isn't it? So that works really well. Pop that back in there. That's a lovely one. Okay. Made with Love by Jane Telford. So you can see here, this is a nice one. Look, You're So Talented. She's taken this plate and she's taken the So Talented here. And the You're is from here. You're amazing. You're so talented. So this is where you start to see playtime, how much you can change it. Look, well done. And there you go. And then goes the gift. Isn't that lovely? So you see how you can make these really, really personal. And Dave had a fantastic idea today, because he said they're the perfect size for a baby plate, for a gift. So if you wanted to give a friend not just a gift voucher, but actually a groovy plate, they sit in here absolutely perfectly. I know. Well done, Dave. Right, and then this one is the Merry Christmas one. Really lovely. Josie Davison, Merry Christmas. So you can see she's used the plate. Let's have a look at the plate. Here it is. Exactly as it comes. Look, she's traced it out. It's nothing too complicated. It's just exactly as it comes. And it's on designer parchment. She's used designer parchment, which is why you get that fantastic colour. That'll be a rainbow river, I reckon. And then inside, she's used the card, you see? And that's where you put your gift voucher in. What a nice with the gold around the outside. Make it very special, can't you? Right, so there we are. I think it's worth seeing these things because otherwise, you know, this is where you get to really have a think about how useful it is. And the other thing is, of course, and you certainly see this in the stamps, of course, the gift voucher pouches, they are a great idea. And it's not a die, they're die cut. Dave does them for you, you know. Wait till you see the stamps, because of course we couldn't not do the stamps, right? So these are pretty fantastic. So we've got 5 different sets again, and you can see in here you get the stamp set, right? It's all in here. You get the stamp set, you get the mask, then you get the 5, you get 5 in each pack. You get 5 pouches, 5 envelopes, 5 gift voucher holders, and 5 toppers. So that's a substantial set. Let's look at what we've got so you can see, because this is the same artwork as on the Groovy plates. So the gift voucher's got those lovely leaves. The leaves are beautiful stamps. You'll see in a minute. These are not like one great big stamp. These are different. These are loads and loads of tiny little stamps. And that's, you know, we talked about it at work, like the design team. Do we want to make one great big gift voucher stamp? No, we said. We want to be able to use those leaves, and we want to be able to use those little cupcakes completely independently from a gift voucher. So you've got options now. It's very clever. And we just give you 5 of those gifts. You could buy the refills, remember, but you just get 5 in each pack. And other than that, you just get a super, you watch, you'll see in a minute when I show you a set, right? So you've got Just For You with all the flowers. You got that Merry Christmas with the baubles. And then you've got that one, the Jazz It Up Sentiments, we call this one. We've also got a little card, little gift card. So this one says, for example, to, love, from, have the best day, you deserve a treat. You know what you're always looking for when you're... So that's another little set. But let's open, for example, let's open the Christmas one, okay? Just to show you what it actually looks like when you open it. There's a lot of love and work goes into these little fellas. Right, have a look what you get. So when you open it up, this is a big reveal, but I think it's worth, when you see it, you'll be like, wow, okay, got it. So you get your mask, you get the innie and the outie, right? So this, it gives you the outer and the innie. Not that easy to cut out, right? Then you get your stamps, and this is the point I'm making. Now check out those stamps. If I hadn't told you about the gift voucher pouch, there is nothing that says gift voucher pouch on here. This is just a fantastic collection of 2-way overlay stamps. They sit alone, they sit together, they work, see? So you get the line art, you get the infill, line art, infill. This is so cool, look. Line art, infill, even the little bird there is there. Even the little star there is there. Jazz, she doesn't miss a trick, okay? I love working with that girl. So you see, you get your stamps, and that's the same for all 5 of them. We just decided to run with Hazel's idea and go with the gift vouchers because it's Christmas and because they're clever. So then included in that, you get your 5 gift vouchers scored but not folded. You get your 5 envelopes, which are you peel them off. You don't have to lick them. You get your toppers for the front if you don't want to go straight onto this, right? And then you get your insert for your gift voucher, for your actual gift voucher. So all that comes in one set. So that's what we're talking about. And then of course you get your little set there. It's just a tiny little set of stamps, but it's really cool. So there you go. I know, right? And when you see the artwork, it's impressive too. So I just want to show you that. If I show you a couple of examples, then you'll see them in situ. You'll get it again. I think that sometimes you just have to see, don't you, what it looks like as a sample. So there you go, just for you. So these are actually handmade by Linda. And then when you turn it round, there you go, look. Isn't that nice? There you go, how it sits in there beautifully. So So just for you, here's another one. This is nice. Just for you, that's a Sonia Goodliff one. So these are used present, just for you. I like that font. Gift voucher. Good, aren't they? This is a nice one. Linda Spencer. Look how that sits on there nicely. There you go. Craft Club membership. What a nice present that would be, eh? I know. So two-way overlays, you see. Here we go. Now that we've got little cards here. This is a Sam Crow. Love it. This is a Sam Crow really arty gift voucher. Look, very nice, Sam. Love these. This is my cup of tea. Look, she's used the Bowwad papers. Isn't that fabulous, isn't it? Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Very mixed media. Nice. Very nice indeed. Little card. Happy Father's Day. Aren't they lovely? I mean, really a game changer. So you can see here how they've been used to great effect. You can use them with your different stencils. Yeah, really nice. Oh, that's a lovely one. Look, Linda Spencer, I like that with the gold and the tinsel, pattern building. It's another lovely one. Debbie McMullin. That's a Debbie McMullin. And I like that one as well. So that one's using a stencil pushed through a... Isn't that lovely? Look. Really nice. Whoa, cool. That's a big one. Linda Spencer. Isn't that nice? I know. Yeah, very nice indeed. And then you could decide what's the front and what's the back, can't you? Love it. So there you go, friends. That is 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. 1 o'clock stamps, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock groovy. So I'll take me now to put all that back together again. One more thing I want to show you at 6 o'clock, and then we'll start. I've got 1 minute to show you this. Right. So at 6 o'clock, we've got Felt by Clarity, number 2. Everybody's been waiting for these because they're a game changer. Let me show you the samples, and then we'll take it from there. So if I show you first of all, okay, the 3 different. Let's look at the 3 different designs this time. We've got the stars. This time we've got the stars. We've got the holly, and we've got the trees. So it's very Christmas, very beautiful. We've got funky Christmas, funky holly, funky star. Very interchangeable, work beautifully with the other sets. You remember the leaf, the flower, and the circle that we had before? Okay, so here's a star sample. Look, I know, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So let's just look at the stars for a moment. Let's just look at the stars. On this summer solstice, the longest day of the year, friends. Look, isn't that lovely? Let me take this black away so you can see it better. There we go. So there's our mug rug. There's our tile. And there's a star that Dee's done. Just gorgeous. Just stitched. Just a lovely thing. Do you know that? So there's that. Then we got some fantastic samples. I'm going to run out of time though, so I can't show you all of them. Felt. So this one now. This is gorgeous. Let me show you. Look at this. Look at this bag. I wanted to show you this bag. And what you'll notice is now we've got some larger, see the larger sizes that we've got? Look, see? So now what we've got is we've got larger, you know, like before we had like the mug rug and the placemat and the table runner, and we got right up to a wall hanging in black. And so it was all on black. So what we've done now, we listened very carefully because a lot of you were saying, can we have a green table runner? Can we have a red wall hanging? Can we have different coloured backers? And so we listened carefully, and now what we've got is different coloured backers. So you can see here, we've got black, garnet, olive green, Caribbean, just grey, golden sand and oak. These are the different backgrounds that we've got now. Really beautiful. And so these different mug rugs, placemats, table runners are all available in those colours now. You see, that's how we've ended up with something like that. Right, this is a real mix and match, but such fabulous colours. Okay, this is why we've got red in the background there. This is why we've got grey in the background there. Just wanted to explain. And now I'm going to show you Jilly's masterpiece this time. Do you remember last time she did that amazing wall hanging? So this time she's excelled. She's very, very clever girl. Check this out. So this time we've got a table runner on, look at that. So if it's in the middle of the table, people on that side, they're looking at the trees the right way around. People on that, isn't that gorgeous? And she's only used the colours that come in the tree kit. So that's the ODS, my friends, those 3 sets with new runners, new ideas, and the new kits, they come, of course, they come like they did last time. And each set comes with the die. It comes with the 6 different colours of, they're all the same, but obviously the colours are different. So you've got a pack of adhesive backed felt. You've got 6 black backers, because you never get enough of them. You've got the die itself, right? And then you've got a book that tells you exactly, step by step, blow by blow. I mean, it's a beautiful book. Look, and it shows you exactly how you make these lovely pieces. Okay, so there you go. That's that. That's that particular delightful launch at 6 o'clock. I think they're going to be very popular. And then there's only one more thing I want to show you, and then we're going to, no, 2 more things. Okay, so we've got also, had to be done, right, ready? Look, actual size. These are beautiful letters. Let me pan out a little bit. So these obviously work. There's a magnet in there, and they obviously work on, look, see how big they are. There are two dies in 2 sections, because obviously it's a huge alphabet. But when you see them mounted, look at that. They are deluxe. They cut through the felt like butter. They look absolutely spectacular. Of course, they work on card as well. But they are our new woodblock print alphabets. And they're a good size. They look amazing. So just gorgeous. And when you start to, my job tomorrow is to put together Happy Christmas and Peace on Earth and decorate it with the trees. So you can think of me doing that tomorrow. And then the other thing that I'm going to show you, and then we'll crack on with the second part of our, see, this takes the heat off us at 6 o'clock, because I know that at least 200 people or 300 people, because people come in and watch later, they will have already been looking at the launch, you know, and it takes the heat off us, because I know that you've already had a little preview and you've had a think, and I've explained it in detail and shown you. So do you remember last time we had that ruler, that clever ruler that spaced out the blanket stitch, the zigzag, and the cross stitch? Do you remember? They sold like hotcakes, really. And so we had a think, and we said, right, we called it ruler number 1 for a reason, because ruler number 2 was in the pipeline. Let me show you. These are so beautiful, right? Different stitches. Remember I said we're going to get into this. This felt by clarity is moving, friends. And here, what we've got, if you look here, you can see these are different stitches. So now they're a little bit more, they're exciting. So you've got the heart chain stitch. And what Jim's done, really grateful to him for doing that, is he's shown us what they're supposed to look like. He's actually etched it here. So we know exactly, when we're working on the ruler with the pen and the perforating tool, we know exactly what it's going to look like up that end. So we've got the heart chain stitch, the star stitch, yeah, star stitch 12 mil, star stitch 8 mil, star stitch 4 mil, and then we've got herringbone stitch. Absolutely fantastic. dabby dozy. All right. So a really lovely stitch ruler there. You know, I think the soft crafters are going to love that. I had a little play with it earlier on. Cool. And it looks really lovely, just drawn like faux stitching. Really nice. Anyway, so there you go. That's what we're going to be doing at the weekend. And the launch for those felt kits is at 6 o'clock on Saturday evening. There you go, 5 past. Not bad, not bad. So let's have a look. Are we ready to start our second part of the craft along? I think we are, aren't we? So let's have a look what we need. First of all, right, let's get this ready. What we need to get going is we need the die. So get your die out. You need the die for sure. So I'm just going to put it out what I need. So you need a die, and we're going to cut it out of a black piece of card, like a 7x7 card blank. We're going to cut it out of there. And then we're also going to cut it out of, hang on, let me just take these out of the way. Oh, actually, we need these. We're also going to cut it out of a piece of craft card as well, because I want these bits. Okay. So then what you got to do is make sure that it's in exactly the right place, because they're not, I can tell you, then they're not exact. See that? Let's have a look. When you go round like this, you'll see how it's not exactly symmetrical. So you've got to figure out if that's the right. Where is the perfect overlay? And you'll soon see it. Right, there it is there. See? So once you've got that, then you know that's the top, or that's the top. Yeah. But what we need basically, let me get a pen. And if I'll put T there as well then I know that they marry, right? Okie dokie. Right, so those 2 bits I need. And then once we've done that, we can crack on. But that's the first thing we need to do. So let's do that first. All right, you ready? So I need my my kit and caboodle or my Gemini. I need one of those. I need my die, and let's just get started. And let me do this first, and then I'll show you where we're actually headed. Okay, so take we're going to take that card, the 7x7 craft card. I'm going to cut it in half. This stuff is sinfully expensive. Do not waste craft card or black card, because I'm telling you, friends, it costs a packet. Right, so what we're going to do is take this, pop this on here, okay, and we'll run the die through the machine. Let me just take this out of the way, and we'll take the die through the machine. We're going to we need 2 lots first. Just take that like that. Right, pop that on there like so. What I really need, see here, what I really need most is these bits. This is what I'm after, these bits. This is a bonus. I can use this later. And I shouldn't have put biro on it really, but there you go. Now pop that in the middle so we can use it. Good, that works. And then we'll take a bit of low tack tape. How are we doing? Sam Crow's in. Cool. Sam's just loaded a YouTube showing, you know, the tricks that she was doing in the at the open days. She's just loaded a cool YouTube, and I think you ought to go and have a look at that later. I think you'll enjoy it, right? Because it's real clever what she's done. So we'll just do that. Right, I've just detacked it a little bit because I don't want it to be too, I don't want it to, I find that this card it's got quite a fine grain and it tends to pull, you know. I mean, what I'm interested in is the bits inside. So, but since it costs so much money now, waste not, want not, hey? Right, so we've got a 3mm and a 5mm plate. That should do it. And then we'll run that through here first. Right, and then we're going to hang on to those bits. We're going to hang on to the bits. I'm doing it in real time because I know that some of you will be doing it with me, even though I've already done it once. It's all right. I'm going to show you a trick. So let's just take this out of the way. Right, and then we'll lift this off here slowly so I don't waste the card. Yeah, we got a rude awakening when we realised what had happened with the cost of card. Right, so we'll take that off there like so. Right, we've got that one in place. Yeah. In fact, I think I wonder if I can slide. Yeah, sort of. Let's just pop that on there like so. And now that's good to go in a minute. So I'll pop that over to one side like so. Right, and then I'm going to take the black one because we need a black one as well, don't we? We need a black one. So I'll take the black one. Where's my black 7x7? Here it is. Take the black 7x7. Right, and I'm going to do that again. So I'll pop that in there. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's going to go in like that. And then we'll just hold it in place. We're only going to go through one layer, go through the front, as if we were making an aperture card. But I've got another idea. Okay, that'll do. Like that. Okay, so, and I'm using this because then it doesn't dig into the plate so much. So let's have a look. I'll pop that on there, pop that on there, make sure it's not slid. That'll do. Okay, everybody happy? Right, now put this one through. And make sure, obviously, famous last words, that the blade is facing downwards and not up towards the magnetic shim. Because if you do that, then it will cut through the magnetic shim like butter. You'll have loads of fridge magnets, but that'll be about it. Okay, so then we'll take this one off here. Right, and then this one, I'm going to show you now what we're going to do, because this one here, just take that off like that. This is a working one. This is how you would make an aperture if you were going to, you know, put something behind it. See, and then you lift this off. I'm not really that interested in this stuff this time, although I would never throw it away because that will be very useful for something, said the crafter. That's why it's an assault course getting to the door, because she never throws anything away. Do you? No, we don't, do we? That's part of our condition. It might come in handy sometime. I wish I could flick this camera around so you could see how much I hang on to. Listen, I've got a great big factory in Edenbridge. That is testament to how much I hang on to. You want to see how much I've got there? Right. We've got that. We've done that. We don't need it for any more now. So we've got that and we've got that. Okay. Now what we want to do is to close that up like so. Right, marry that up, because what we're going to do actually, It's you can use it again and again and again. It's just something that you need, right? Let me just, where's that bone folder of Dave's? That'll do. Just pop that on there like that, and then just run that down that edge there, like that. That'll do. Okay, so the idea is now what we're going to do is stick this down to that. If I show you my old one that I've used several times, you'll see it's stuck. See, and then what? Just so that you know why we're doing this, when it's stuck like that, then what you do is you take these bits and you set them in there. You see, and then you have to figure out which one where they go. Right, it's like a little bit of a jigsaw puzzle, but it's not hard. But they sit in there then like that. Do you get it? So they sit like that. And then when you stamp over the top of them, you're not stamping in between. All right, that's all. And because it's black and craft, you can really see what you're stamping. If you left it in the craft card, you can't really see what it's going to look like, which bit stays and which bit doesn't, you know. So just trust me on this. I've tried and tested. So now it's a question of how to get this to stick to that. And the best way I found, okay, is this. If you take a quickie glue pen, this is all we need to do now. Take a couple of minutes, it won't take long. Let me just find my quickie glue pen. Where did I put that? Bear with me a second. Here it is, in the box. Right, these are good. Okay, and what we're going to do now is, yeah, this will work. See, the quickie glue pens, they're good. If you go slowly, they dispense quite a lot of glue. If you go fast, look, they don't. So we're going to go all the way along here. But see, what I find is, what's good about these is that they actually dispense quite a lot of glue without creating that mayonnaise effect that you know, that way you put too much on. I'm sure that everybody's got some kind of glue pen that they can use to do this. But what I find with the quickie glue pens is that they're just perfect, really, just for getting this stuck down. And we're gonna just do this like that. You might have to go back over the first bit again, but it's like the Forth Road Bridge, this, you know, as you go round. Okay. See, and then this bit round this edge. There you go. If you go fast, you see, you don't really do yourself any favours at all. Right, there you go. Come on, round you go. That'll work, I reckon. And then what we'll do is we'll take that glue tape runner just to do this, the outside bit. This is quicker, isn't it? That's got to be quicker than trying to fill that out whole area with. That'll do. Right, and then we'll fold it over like that, and then we'll stick it down. And you know it's not going to stick perfectly. I can tell you that now. If I took a Baron or something, let me just take something flat. Just bear with me while I lean over, right? So I can take something flat just to make sure. It should work. And then what we're going to do is run it through the machine. Ah, see, it's good. 'Tis good. We don't need to run it through the machine because that's the other thing. You see, if you run it through the machine, then what happens is it flattens it, it compresses it, it really flattens it. So you're better off using something like flat like that, and then just, so you've got there like that. Right, sorted. Okay, I like. Now what we've got to do is put these bits in here. So it's just a question of, it's an elimination process really. You'll know, you don't realize that they're not symmetrical until you start to pop the pieces in. And then you'll see. No, that don't fit there. I wonder if that one fits up there. Just take your time and pop them in, and then you'll soon see how it works. That fits in there for certain. They just slot in. That slots in that one. That doesn't fit in that one. Yeah, and then just take your time until you find the right spot. You'll find it, you'll know. And this is the best way I can come up with for stamping across. There you go. See? That fits in there nicely. And that one fits in there. See? Who says? Perfect! Right. How are we doing? 9-piece jigsaw puzzle. That's the size I can cope with. Ken, you're a comedian. Oh, what are we going to do with you? Right. So now we've done that. Okay. Get rid of that. And now what we're going to do, just for the sake of ease, I'm going to actually put, let's have a look. I'm going to put the one that I've already done. So it's not a complete riddle to you. Okay. I'm going to put the one that I've already done like here, so you can see what the game plan is. This is my template, you see. So the idea is, when I did this, you see, this sat in here like so. Put that one out of the way. And you can see exactly, if I do this, I'm going to show you the stage that we're going to now move towards with our stamping. And the good thing about this is, if you make a mistake or you feel you didn't stamp it very well, or you know what happened, you know how it is. It happens, doesn't it? Well, the good news is you can just replace the pieces. Remember? Look. Just get a new jigsaw puzzle piece. There. So that's where we're headed, and that's the piece that we're stamping. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, because I'm left-handed, I'm going to turn it round like that. And that's what we're going to stamp. So the first thing, I think, we start with this. Let's pop these in place. And yeah, it may lift up and you may want to put it somewhere else, but I like this composition, okay? And just for the sake of the technique, I want to show you how, you see, you're running through the design without contaminating the lines. It's just a neat way of doing the pieces. And then the other thing, of course, is you need this one to then position the pieces permanently. I'll show you. But let's get started anyway. And we're just going to stamp these pieces around and then we'll fill them just like we did before. Okay, won't take long once we get started. Right. And we'll just, I'm going to just do a little bit here and a little bit there. Okay. Let's get the stamp warmed up. That'll do. And then we're going to pop this one like so. But I would say we put the honeycomb in 3 places and then we'll take it from there. like so. And I'm just copying what I've already done. And you could do the layout on a scrap of paper. You don't have to go straight to the canvas, do you? You could do this on a piece of paper before you begin. I'm going to pop that one there. The technique I'm showing you though, right? You can use this with any of those abstract layout dies, you know, the other set as well. And you can do this, for example, with the cars and the aeroplanes. If you want to just stamp these bits. You see, this is what we're doing, is we're just stamping these bits. And so, you know, you could cut this out of any paper. We just happen to be using the craft card. See? But it's a really neat way to do this, and it goes fast when you start to when you see it. Oh, I lost that bit. Pop that back. Right, now next thing is we're going to fill these in. So we'll use a distress oxide because it's chalky, it's opaque, right? It will be light. See how it's light? It's not dye based. It won't soak in like for example a dye based ink, like a normal distress ink. You wouldn't see it. Would just, you'd be able to see it on here. Well, it might soak into it. This is chalkier, isn't it? So let's do this, and we'll be able to just go over the top like that. And we've already tried this once, so we know how this works. Oh, there you go. So you see how you can put the colour in. There we are. And then when it's dry, see how you can go in with a white pencil and highlight it. There. Don't want to use, I'm using a spot-on sponge just to tone it down a little bit. So it's quite, let's have a look. Where are we going? There we go. So just pop that back in. Keep your jigsaw puzzle at the ready. How are we doing here? Are we okay? Are we enjoying this? I think it's a good technique. It's got a lot of potential, you know, because once you start to realize that you can use any of your stamps to do this, then that easy layout plate now, it becomes a real, so that's nice. I like it. Once we've done that, now we can start, let's take the flower. So on the set here, we've got these flowers, you see here. So we're just going to add some flowers. I haven't even finished colouring this in, but you can see the flowers here that we're going to use. Okay, so I'm going to use this one here just to pop. And this is where you start cutting across. You can cut across the, just use black, and we'll cut across, make it interesting. So I'm going to go like that. There you go. And then I'll take that same flower and I'll pop it in there like that. So we can add a bit of colour there. That'll be nice. And then I've got another flower which goes with it, which has got that swirl. And I'm going to start filling up here with this. So let's put the flowers in, and then we can add our bees. So I'm going to pop this one in there like that, like so. See, and once you've done all this, then it's drying in time for you to add the colour. There you go. So you just build your... Now let's see, where did we find that little leafy bit? Leafy bit? Let me see. Oh, here it is. That little leafy bit is there on the set. That's cool. Just use a little leafy mini mount. And add a bit of, excuse my head. There you go, that'll do. Got that one in place. Got that large one. Still got something going on over here, haven't we? So we need to add a flower up here. That's good. And then that leafy bit, I'm going to pop that up there. So we're going to straddle the two parts again. Joins it together a bit. And I don't think I've missed any of the leafy bits now. I've done all the grass and stuff that I want to, right? Now it's time to add the bees, the insects. So we'll take our insects. Let's make sure we've got the right ones. And there's a couple of big ones. So I've got that one there. I've got that little one from the little set. There's a little set of bees as well, isn't there? These ones, they're quite cool. So you can use those as well. Yeah. That little fella there, I'm going to use. Yeah. So it's just a question now of, I'll take that one off there and I'll use that little one. What have we got? We've got that little one. We've got that one. We've got, what have we got? I'm just looking for the different bees. I might have lost. Have I lost one of my bees? Oh, blimey. That's all you need. That's all right. Let's put a few in and then I'll see what I've got. Yeah? Okay. So we're just going to fill a couple of bees and I'll show you how to colour them in so they look three-dimensional as well, because that's quite nice. Right, and there's a different one, isn't it? That's a different one. Here they are. They're on here. I'll put them back. Trigger. That's okay. That's what the set's for, is to play. You need a set of mini mounts. There we are. Could pop that one there. That's going to be nice. Like that. You know what I was saying, though, about you don't want to put too many, so it starts to get a bit, if you overcook it, you know. If you put too many on, you've got to kind of look at it and say, well, hang on a minute. How many of these do you want, you know? And if they're not all on, it doesn't matter if they're not on, see, like that, it's fine, like that. And we've got the little ones. Got a little one up there. It takes a little while to do this, but that's okay. Got a couple of friends. There we are. That little one there. Actually, I think next thing, probably want to put the words in, because if you don't put the words in next, where's that be kind? I've got be happy here. Oh, there it is, be kind. Okay, that's nice. Right, let's make sure we get the be happy in. Be happy. That's cool. Okay, that's in. like that. And then on here, we've got Be Kind on that little set, haven't we? How are we doing here? Be kind, be happy. There we are. So we don't want to press too hard. So we'll just make sure we're in the right place. And then we'll just lower that down. That's it. Be kind in place. And then we've just got a couple of little tiny bees just to finish off. I've got bees everywhere here now. Right, that one is going to go there. So the nice thing about working on craft card, this is the other thing about craft card, is that it's beautiful for using white on it. You use a white pencil, it looks so nice. Right, I think I'm going to use this little fella. Have a look. Just there, I think. Tiny little thing. Now, let's see. There's another little tiny one up there. These little tiny stamps are rather lovely. Let's just put one little one there. And then I think I need to stop, otherwise it's going to start giving you the heebie-jeebies, because then it'll be a swarm. Right. Oh, hang on, I need one more in that flower there. There you go. I think we have enough. Don't you? Cool. So now we've done that, and I'll sort out all my little bees later. I can sort out all my, I'm going to put all my stamps back on their carrier sheets in the right place afterwards, for sure. I do want to wash this one though, because I know that it will stain otherwise. Right, that'll do. Okay. Good. How are we doing? Have I lost you, or are you still with me? This is a proper demonstration, a proper workshop, you know. So let's have a look now. As we've been going round, you know, we're able now to take a white pencil. So we should have a white pencil. See, the other issue that I have is that because I'm doing the telly on Sunday, pretty much everything that I own, including pencils, goes up to television. But I happen to have another one. Let's have a look. So what I need is the B pencil, the white, and a little bit of black just to practice on, to make sure it works. Okay. There. See, that's the key. That's the best thing about pergoliners, is that they really are brilliant on black, or they're opaque, you know. They work so well, like polychromos. So now what we can do is we can just add a little flurry of white. Right, let's just do the white wings. Okay. So you just go through. This won't take long. It's not a rush anyway, but let's just put a little bit of colour in their wings, a bit of white. Okay. This would be nice. A bit of white there. I'll show you how to make them look three-dimensional. It's really easy, but you do need this white pencil. Right, just put a little flash of white on the wings. That's it. Oh, okay. So that's the white. Then we'll put a little, oh, I'll tell you what else we want to do. Is put a little flash of white, see here, So we're going to make a little bit of a see how different it looks when you put a bit of white on the, see, and it's had a chance to dry as well. So it will start to, looks good, look. Just add a bit of white in those, in that corner. This would be good. A little flash of white's good. Right. So I'm going up on early on Saturday morning with Paul to set up ready for 1 o'clock. And then, yeah, so that's how you're going to do the rest of this as well. Like, come on, let's just do it. Yeah, so that'll be Saturday, and then there'll be a lot of hustling trying to get the counters ready. But we get there. That's why we go up so early, because we know we've got a lot. You know, we've got two sets to build, so that's quite a job. But Paul's done a fantastic job of all the artboards, you know, getting all that ready. So that's a big help that that's already been done. Yeah. And then Grace has been loading artwork against the product on the website so that you can see all the cards, all the lovely design team artwork. That'll all get loaded. And then I'll do a blog and I'll make sure that you can see lots of inspiration. So I think it's important, you know, that when you need the ideas, you know, by the time the stamps arrive or the felt arrives, or you know, you can go back on catch up and you can watch, I think. But I think I've always been somebody who enjoys looking at actually pieces, you know. I look at that and that gives me my ideas where to go. Now let's have a look at these flowers. We need to put a bit of yellow in the flowers. So we're going to keep these colors simple, right? I'm just going to put a little flash of yellow in there, but I'm going to tone this down because it's quite a bright yellow. So where the flowers are, I'm going in with the yellow first. Okay. There's another yellow there. See, it doesn't take too long. And I don't want to rush it. Now, where's that white gone? Right, back over the top now with white. That's it. So you go in there. And the white will just, because you did it quite roughly, the white will go where the yellow didn't, which is quite good. There you go. They act as a kind of a block. But that looks rather lovely. It's fresh, isn't it? See, so wherever the yellow didn't touch, the white will take over. That will fill that gap. There you go. That's nice. That'll do. Good. So we've done that bit and we've done that. Oh, there's a yellow there, look. See, and now we know that we can actually be a little bit ginger with the yellow, because we know that when we go in with the white needs a little bit of card to attach to. There we are. So that's that and that's that. Now let's have a look at these little bees. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow because they are right. So we'll add a little bit of yellow on the bodies, and we've still got to do the green leaves as well. There's a really nice, like, fresh green in the Pergolina set, which I really like. It's like a real fresh spring green. There are two really good greens in the Pergolinas. One's a fresh green and one's a olive colour. Look, I'll show you. See, they're really nice colours. You've got that really lovely olive colour, which I like, but it wouldn't really jump. And then you've got that one, which will really, but it pings. Yeah. So on this occasion, much as I like that one, I'm going to go with that spring green. Yeah. So then we'll just add our green to the leaves. I'm not going to overthink it. Just add a little flash of green. That'll do. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go up on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we've got the felt as well. At 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Oh, and I just wanted to say, I'm going to take a day off on Monday, only because, well, it's our anniversary. So I'm going to take a day off, and I'm going to spend the day with Grace and Dave and my mum. Right. So no shack on Monday, friends. Now let's see if this works. It usually does. Let me see if I take that and I just run white down the middle. Yeah, it does. It works like a charm. Right, I'm going to go in really tight now so you can see this. Watch. All you do is take your white pencil and you literally run up the center. So here, like there, right, just take your white pencil and just run the white up there. And it suddenly looks like the bee has got light shining on its back. Look. Just like that. It's that easy. Look. Isn't that cool? Do you see? So we just get a sharp white pencil and then just put a little line down the back like that. And then it looks as if the light's hitting the little. There you are. Look. Do it on the side as well. Neat, huh? Look. I know. It's the little things that give you joy. There. Hey? Silly little thing, but it doesn't half make a difference, doesn't it? Right, so now we've done the colouring in. We've got everything ready to go, like so. This is so neat. Look, we're nearly done. We're nearly done, friends. And once we've got that, now let's have a look. We're going to take a piece of, oh, hello, that's a little bit tight. Sorry, darlings. Let me come out a little bit. Right. So now I've got my 8x8 piece of white card. I want to transfer this to white just because I can, right? And then I've got this one, but I need to make sure that when I turn this around, it's the right way around. So when I do this, I've got to make sure that it's exactly where it's, do you see what I mean? That's definitely the right way around, I think. Let's have a look. It's not that one. I'm just looking at that one piece. It's not that one. It's not that one. See? Look, it's too long. It's that one. Right? So that's definitely the right way around. So now if I know that that's the case, then I can turn that around and that's going to be the one I'm going to infill. And it's sort of sticking out a little bit. So I could run it through the machine and hopefully flatten it, you know? If it's a little bit buckled, then I could always run it through the machine. This one isn't buckled. So I'll just go with, I think, the flat one. I'm going to go with the flat one. But if yours is buckled like that, just run it through the machine. Okay? Right, here we go. T for top. There you go. So now that's going to be my guide to be the transfer. So what I want to do next is take a piece of low tack tape and make a hinge. Let's just make a hinge. And this is going to be right in the middle. So you've got 8x8 and you've got 8x8. So we'll just make sure. And even if it's a little bit wonky, that's all right. You can always trim it afterwards. But that's my guide now for putting the pieces in. Yeah. So what are we going to use to put the pieces in? Again, it's entirely up to you. You can use this. You can use this. You can use whatever you fancy, but one thing at a time. You're going to pop these in now, one at a time, right? So let's start with this one. That's gonna, let's just check that we've got the right one. Yeah, definitely. So now we're going to use that. So what you've got to remember is, right, so this one, actually, do you know what? I'm going to use a mixture. If I use this one, let me just smooth that out again, because this one is straight, isn't it? So with the straight ones, I can use it. I can use the thingamajig, can't I? I can do that. Right, and what I want to show you is this. When I lift this up, that's in place. That's what you want to do. That's the game. That's the end game, is that that has to be in place. So now this one is going to go there. In order to make that fit, let's say I can use a combination. So I can use this, but I can also use this. I didn't read the rule book on this one, friends. I made the rules up. Look. So I can use that on that bit, and then I can use the tape runner on that bit. Yeah? And turn it over like that, and then stick it down like that. So that sits in there like that. And you can watch your progress. And what you're doing is, you see, you're getting a perfect gap. It'd be very difficult to get that distance, that perfect pitch between each tile. It's like a mosaic, isn't it? But it all, what I like is it all ties in because the images overlap. So we'll go with this one because it's quicker. Yeah. There we go. That way round. So you know that it's a jigsaw puzzle, so it has to join up, doesn't it? That'll work. That's that one. Yeah. Right. And there you go. It's 5 to 9. Wahee. And we're not that far off, are we? We're not that far off, friends. So, happy days. So that one is going to be like that. Okay. So it's nice because it just slots in really nicely. You know what else is really cool as well? As you go, okay, I'll lift this off. As you go, what you'll find is that sometimes you may not want to do the whole thing. You may do these couple of bits and then go, hang on a minute, I like that. I don't want to do any more than that. I'm going to leave these 2 bits out. I'm going to do something different there. Do you see what I mean? Or like, you may just like that on a piece of black, just on its own with a message, you know. Each one of these, if you isolate them, is a lovely little piece of artwork. Look, I'll just put it on a bit of black. It's just a neat little piece of artwork. You took that with one of those pinky grey stickers, you know. It's really neat. Look, I've got a piece of artwork here. Let's have a look at this bit here. Just a scrap. I never throw anything away, remember? Look, see what I mean? Look. See what I mean? See, I don't know what this is. A bit of scrap. It says, be true, be you. Be true, be you. And then you could take that little piece there like that. Look, and it sits on there. What a lovely little piece of artwork. I wonder if, just saying. So you could do 2 like that together. I like one on its own, really. But you see what I mean? I'm glad I didn't throw that away. Right, where's this one go? Because I'm going to stick to the plan. We'll stick to the project. But we've learnt loads, haven't we? We've learnt loads. We've learnt how to make a template with a... I like the idea of using a die cut to hold all the pieces in place while I'm stamping. And it really wasn't hard, was it? It really did. It sat really well it didn't fall out, or you know, it worked really well, didn't it? So that's a bit of luck. Oh, sticking everywhere now. See? It's not luck. It's not luck. It's called practice. There you go. Do they look nice? And then the last one. See that? See every one of these now. It's coming having a little detour. Doesn't that look super? See? Just saying. So each one of these is a potential topper, isn't it? I like it anyway. There you go. Cool. We haven't had a really good session like this for a long time, have we? Like where we've really done something substantial. I like that. There. And then when we've done this, then it's just a question of finishing, really. Like once you've done your assembly work, then it really is a question of what do you want to do, you know, where do you want to put it? What do you want to... I tell you what really looks super, you know, the doodle dies. And I know we're always going on about these doodle dies, and you'll see that the design team use them a lot in their samples. You know what I mean by doodle dies, don't you? But that's it, you know, take your cue from the design team, because they use them a lot all the time, and it's because they make your artwork, they deliver, you know, they just make your art work. And it's interesting how easy they are to use, and how they just change the look. They're finishers. They're finishing dies. That's what they are. And I know you see them on the telly all the time, and you think, "Oh, they must have ordered a load," because she keeps every time she brings out those old doodle dies. But the fact is, especially the panel ones, right? Although I have to say, I like the floppy, the original ones as well. They're really good too. But they do pack. They just finish. They're fabulous framers. You know, fabulous framers. So once you've done that, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take a bit of copy paper, and I'll take my Dave's. So you don't want to do that over the artwork, because it makes it shiny. It's like ironing a crease in your jeans. But if you do this, what's in here that makes such a noise? Ah, a 2p piece and some nibs. Ah, okay. So if you do this and you do it straight onto the artwork, it will make your card shiny. But I reckon that will do the job, friends. Let's have a look. When I lift this off, and we'll take that away. Let's just trim this. Easy does it. After all that work, don't want to rip it. So we'll take that off there like that. Lift that off like that. Doesn't that look nice? There you go. So that's how we get that lovely spacing. And the thing about it is, if I come up, you'll see, if I come really close, you'll see that it's onlaid, it's not inlaid, right? So that's rather nice. And then what we can do, if you want, you see, we've got, when I keep going on about the doodle dies, I had to dig these out because I had them already packed to go to the telly. Of course I did. It's what I use all the time. So these doodle dies, see, these are the ones that make the panels, right? So with that, if for example, I take a piece of the paper, this is companion paper, and then if I cut it out, I get that. So what I could have done is positioned all of this on there, and then all of that would have been on there. But I wanted it to go on white because I wanted it to really stand out for you. But this gives you that, if you understand. So if I pop this now on here like that, yeah, and I get it in the right place, it's going to cut away the back. This will go, and I'll end up with that around the outside. So my white will have got smaller. See, and I think for composition purposes, that tracks. That's really going to be nice. Okay. So, and because I know that this bit's going to fall away, I'm not going to stick this on my artwork, the artwork being the centerpiece, because if I stick it on my artwork, it could well rip it. Wouldn't that be fun after all this? Okay, so let me just pop this down. And what I'll do is I'll blog this at the weekend. I'll blog this card and I'll give it to somebody. I will give it away. Okay. So if you're passing by the blog, okay, just pop in and leave a message, and then I'll randomly pick somebody and we'll give you, I'll get this card sent to somebody. How's that? And let me just pop that down. Oh, that didn't feel, what do you think? Wouldn't that suck if, like, wouldn't that suck really big ones if this would be a Kodak moment, wouldn't it? Right. And you're thinking, well, why didn't you do that to start with? I'm thinking the same thing. But I do know that it's easier to line up two pieces of card the same size. Famous last words. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see what we've got. Okie dokie. Let's have a look. Right. The grand reveal, and then we're going to call it a day. So we'll take that off there. We'll take this off here. I hope that you can join us at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and then at 4 o'clock, and then again at 6 o'clock, because it's going to be really, really special. Now let's see what we get when we take this away. See, I love these dies, and I know why. Look at that. I mean, really, look at that. Doesn't that look superb? And then those little bits, they come out. They just drop out. Look, I'll show you. Just to make a point. You just... Because our fresh cut dies are top quality. Okay, and these doodle dies, as detailed as they are, it's all right. If you could see the floor, you wouldn't sweat the small stuff. Certainly not. I just want to show you how easy it is to clean even the most detailed dies. There you go, all done, all gone, all ready for the next time. Now, doesn't that look smashing? And then if you want to mount that on a nice piece of that color, see, not so much with that, not with the pattern on it, but if you could find that color again, Barbara, you had it somewhere, chick. Where was it? Oh, wunderbar. Shenandoah companion paper, the best colors. Let's have a look. That'll do. Not quite the same, but good enough. See, and you pop that on there. Doesn't that look nice? Which color is that? Yeah, see, that's too bright for me. That is too bright. Too zesty by a country mile. But that there, right? Do you know what? Project completion. Right, so that then, let's just, come on, let's do this, because this card's going to go to a happy home. Be happy, eh? 6 inches, that is, from there to there. So how about I go if I go, see, you couldn't you, if you were being frugal, given the amount of, I reckon if I go 6.5 inches, right? 6.5 inches. I'm not throwing that away. No. Right. So then that's going to go like, this is how I spend my life. Do you as well? This is me. This is how I spend my life. Trimming bits of artwork, trimming bits of card, making it sit nicely. See, that goes on there like that. I love that, right? Don't run away yet, because that's got to come in a bit closer. And now I've got to run. This is how I get my steps in, because now I run up the back of I have to come up here to my little stash of 7x7 white card. Okay, 7x7 white card. But just in case, while I'm here, I'm going to bring the manila one as well, because that might look really nice. We're not even going to sell it anymore. It's that expensive. We've been selling it and paying to sell it recently. Now that's business for you. Yeah, you didn't want to be in that meeting when I worked that out. Right. So if you're wondering why it's not on the telly, do you know what? Now I actually think that this would look better on a 8x8, because it's such a busy look. This is a workshop, a craft along. This is only my opinion, right? That's a lot of art in there, isn't it? Right. See, I told you I'll get my steps in. So back I go. I've narrowed it down. I want the white, but I'm going back for the 8x8 because personally, I think that it needs to breathe, and this is too tight for the amount of work in the center. Now let's see. I could be wrong. I bet you do this as well, don't you? See, that goes on there like that, and that goes on there like that. And I think that that is lovely. See, that's got a bit more of a frame around it. Doesn't that look pretty? Yes. So that's it. I'll blog this on, I'll take a photo of it and I'll blog it on, I don't know, Saturday. Let's do it on Saturday. Okay. And then leave a message, and I'll pop a little gift voucher in there as well, just because I can. And I'll send it to a happy recipient. Okay. So thank you very much for joining me. And don't forget, also, there was one more thing I wanted to say. It's going to take me all day to sort this lot out. Right. Don't forget, July the 4th, I know, polling cards, I know, takes 5 minutes. But in the evening, we can hang out again and we can be hippie chicks. Okay, get your set, get your beautiful set of stamps. You make me happy if you do this. you make me very happy when you buy these stamps. Look, they're brilliant. You got 3 hippie chicks, line art, calligraphy, loads of outfits, and no Ken, we haven't done a boy yet. Working on it though. So treat yourselves to them. We've got a groovy plate as well. It's here. Okay. There's the stamps. I really enjoy working with these. And there's the groovy plate. So there's a good bundle on that. You make me happy when you buy it. And we'll see you on the 4th of July for the next craft along. And don't forget that we're going to do a craft along on the 1st of August with the Jane Nesterenko. It's going to be a Christmas craft along on the 1st of August. It'll probably be the hottest day of the year. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining me. Grace, thanks so much for keeping me company as well. And now it's time to say goodnight. Lots of love. Bye-bye now.